Good day, everyone, and welcome back to GE World Daily Podcast with your host, Anzo and S. On our previous podcast, we talked about the environment. Now, we're going to be talking about cyber warfare. Not Call of Duty Modern Warfare, but cyber warfare. Our agenda for today's episode will focus on what is cyber warfare and what are the effects, global issues on cyber warfare, and finally, the roles of the government and their efforts in cybersecurity. Without further delay, let's get on to the task at hand. Number 1, cyber warfare and its effects. Cyber warfare is a well planned competition conducted in cyberspace. It allows countries to conduct undercover operations on a large scale anonymously. Cyber warfare can occur in at least 5 different spaces, including economic, societal, cultural or intellectual, military, and political. Cyber warfare is basically the theft of critical data or hacking data of institutions, businesses, or governments, and this leads to compromises in national security and stability. Effects such as influence on stock rates disrupt essential government services and conflicts among nations. Cyber warfare is leading to creating conflicts among nations. Cyber warfare can not only be offensive but also defensive. Many cyber attacks are collecting information and are dealing with buying and selling of these personal data to the highest bidder without regard to the consequences. Moving on to number 2 is global issues. There are common types of attacks such as ransomware attacks, IoT attacks are also known as Internet of Things attacks, cloud attacks, phishing attacks, blockchain and cryptocurrency attacks, software vulnerabilities, machine learning and artificial intelligence attacks, insider attacks, and outdated hardware, all of which are global concerns that need to be addressed. The reality of cyber warfare is we are all on the virtual battleground. Framing the cyber warfare discussion is an issue for soldiers and spies misses the point. It affects us all actually. On the cyber battlefield, regular people are the front lines, and our information, computers, credentials, and digital service are the prized commodity. In other words, it is about the trust that we place in a modern digital society. Furthermore, in a study by McKinsey and Company, they suggest that there are 5 elements of successful national cybersecurity strategies. First, a dedicated National Cybersecurity Agency, also known as NCA. Second, a national critical infrastructure program for protection. Third is the National Incident Response and Recovery Plan. Fourth, defined laws pertaining to all cybercrimes. And last, a vibrant cybersecurity ecosystem. Last but not least are the roles of the government. The federal government works at cyber defense across a variety of agencies. The National Security Agency, also known as NSA, is among the most prominent but least well understood. They are involved in intercepting foreign cyber attacks while also engaging in offense cyber programs against our enemies. Furthermore, a United Nations treaty is en route. In December 2019, the UN General Assembly adopted a resolution on countering the use of information and communications technologies for criminal purposes and introducing an ad hoc committee. The committee was announced to elaborate a comprehensive international convention, thus working towards creating a new international treaty on cybercrime. And there you have it, an informative discussion on cyber warfare. If there's anything you learned, don't forget to change your passwords or even strengthen them. Once again, this is your host, Anzo Inas, wishing you all a happy holidays and see you all on the next podcast.